What's up, everybody? It's Lilo Peachy here at Wicked Oaks with I Want EDM. Today we are going to be interviewing Wenzday. She just got off stage. Please tell us how your set was.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. I had so much fun. I played so much new music. By the end, it got a little buggy. The stage is right by a lake, and so by the end, the mosquitoes were mosquitoing, but we got through it, and I still had so much fun. I can't wait to be back. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, she's had so many good reviews on her set. Like, I don't know how many people have come up and complimented you. Do you have any new tracks coming out, or how's it been?
Yeah, so I actually have a brand new track coming out next week on Gene Ferris's label Ferris Wheel. It's called Get Naughty. I'm really excited. I actually just did a brand new mix master on it, and I debuted it for the first time here. So it was a brand new version. We had to get that content, and I'm really excited for it to come out. So pre-save it, y'all.
So far, what has been your favorite festival that you've gotten to play at?
It's such a hard question because every time I'm at a festival, it becomes my favorite. So at this moment, it was this one, but I played some really, really dope fests this year. I did Beyond at the Gorge, I did Breakaway. So I don't know, they're all really fun for their own reasons, but I did Freaky Deaky last year, so I feel really blessed that Disco Donnie brought me back this year. And the Illfest stage with all my friends. We have Dark Heart, Tony Romero, so it's a big family affair, and I'm thriving.
That's so cool. What was your first ever show that you've gotten to play when you were a producer, not a DJ?
Ooh, that's a really good one. No, you know what it was? It was Beyond Wonderland, because I dropped Heartbreak House, which was my debut EP in 2018. That came out in October, and so my first festival with Insomniac was Beyond, which is really cool. So I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan, Queen of Hearts, obviously. So, I think Beyond will always have a special place in my heart because of that. So, yeah, Beyond Wonderland.
And so did you start off as a raver and then you got into music production?
So it's so fun. I was actually like an emo kid. I was a total scene queen. I came up in the MySpace era, and it was funny. I was a rocker. Yeah, I was a Warped Tour girl. And then when I started DJing, I started an open format. So then I became a hip-hop fan, and I got to a lot of hip-hop tours. I got to go all over the country with that. And then like in the middle of high school, I had a friend of mine who was like, we have to do this thing called EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, and it was still in LA. And I remember my mom and I stayed up till like midnight. My mom helped me make my first tutu. But like she was a mom, so the tutu like went down to my knees, you guys. It was like, so she was like, no, it's like really cute. And I'm like wearing like nothing under, how we do. And I made this bra, and we like hot glue gun daisies, which like they fell off throughout the night. And I remember I was in line for security, and this girl comes up and she was like, babe, your skirt's too long. She pulls out this pair of scissors from her boot and starts cutting my skirt like in line. It was iconic. So really, really good time. And then I came home and I had some splaining to do.
Oh my gosh. I remember the era with like all of the flowers and the beading on the bras, and it was such a time.
I went to the last Swedish House Mafia show, and my friend Tracy and I did a bra. We got blue bras from Victoria's Secret, and we glued ribbon to make the Swedish flag. We thought we were so iconic. And I look back and I'm like, delete all proof of that never happened. But
who let us outside?
Who let us outside? But look at me now. No.
What was your favorite festival to attend as a raver? Was it the EDC, or do you have another one?
You know what? It's so crazy. I loved like the Monster Massives. I did TAO Together as One. So I had a really good time doing those. Again, I'm an LA girl. I'm from LA. So getting to rave in your city is really, really cool. But obviously, it's been amazing to see the evolution of EDC and to see where it's at, being able to play multiple times. So yeah, that one still holds the cake for sure.
Yeah. What artists do you listen to that are in the EDM scene?
Oh my gosh, so many. I'm a big fan of everything Lee Foss. I love what he's done with Hot Creations, with Repopulate Mars, Gene Ferris. I love the icons. But I'm really Marco Strauss. I want to be his friend. I think his production's amazing. Like Marco, if you're listening. I just think his production is incredible. I came from bass music, so I'm a big fan of sound design, and I emphasize that a lot in my production. So I love when people step out of the box and we're not afraid to like genre bend and have a little aggressive moments. Max Styler, same thing. I think his production's incredible. Chris, I could go on and on forever. James Hype's a good friend of mine. I think everything he's doing. Waterfalls is an amazing track. I just played my remix of it during my set. So I can go on and on. I'm a fan of all my friends, and I think that's the best part of this scene is that like you can be a fan and then a friend, and you can meet fans and they become your friends. It's just kind of this really symbiotic thing.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
The community it's so giving.
Absolutely.
It's so
Absolutely.
let's see. So do you have any artists that are like more low key that you think deserve some recognition?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm a big, big fan of an artist named Kason. He and I actually did a track on Repopulate Mars called Your Fantasy. I think he's so underrated, such a technical DJ and producer, and he has just such a great ear. Binge Watch is another artist. He started the collective Blind Tiger, which is, in my opinion, the premier afters in downtown. But again, like, just a producer's producer. And so no ego, so mellow. You give him the decks, he's not going to get off for 8 hours. And every time I'm at his set, I'm like literally like Shazamming like in my pocket, or I'm like secretly filming to like remind him to give me the track. But yeah, I love artists like that who aren't afraid to crate dig, and they're not just going to the Beatport Top 100 and downloading music. So that's what I look to. I think the LA underground scene is so inspirational right now. As someone who gets to travel everywhere, I always come back to the LA underground scene. I think what we're doing right now in house and techno is awesome. So all of those artists, shout out.
That is so cool. I'm so excited to hear all of that. The underground in Texas is starting to pick up a little bit more. So I'm excited to see what we come out with.
You know what it is? I think especially with the emphasis on social media and the emphasis on virality, it's so refreshing to hear artists who are just artists. And they're doing it because they love it, not because they need to hit some sort of metric. Yeah. And I think when you create safe spaces for dance music like that, where you're hearing something different.
Get back to the roots.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I became a DJ, because I was so inspired by what I was hearing. And like, I came from an era, I'm not that old, but I came from an era where like DJs were still breaking records in clubs. And I remember like French Montana records being broken, A$AP Rocky, things like that. And so I wish you could get back to that place where people don't just know every word. You're still surprising the audience a little bit.
Yeah, you have some motion in your set.
Absolutely.
How do you feel like when you're up there and you're checking out the crowd, and like what's going through your head? Like,
you know what? It's so funny because I've gotten to the point where I used to be very tunnel vision, where I would like focus on like just what I was mixing or doing. And obviously with experience, I think comes, then you get to have fun. I love engaging. I have a lot of heartbreakers who I'm so grateful that they traveled for my sets. And we have a really, really strong collective, and we like to talk outfits and makeup and things like that. So when I see them in the crowd with the fits that they've posted pictures of, I know, I get chills. That's where I have fun, is I'm engaging, or when artists like know the words because they've seen me preview a song on like Instagram or TikTok. So that's where I thrive, is like where I can point out those, or like just faces of people that have traveled miles away, because it's hard these days in this economy.
Oh my god,
girl, it's hard. So I have so much love for that.
Do you have any fans that you see like consistently at your show?
Yes, all the time.
And so cool.
But it's fun because and a lot of these fans have seen me play to 50 people, 100 people, 500 people, 5,000 people. So they've grown with me. I just had a fan. She came, I was in Sacramento for Breakaway, and we were talking, and she's a nurse now. And she was like, isn't it crazy? Like I knew you like when I was 18, and now I'm like a full-on nurse, and I'm like, I have a real job, and like I can afford, I would list her for shows because, money's tight or whatever. We'd party after or whatever. And it's so cool to like, I'm like, oh my God, am I old? Maybe. But it's cool to grow, especially I have a predominantly female fan base, which I'm so grateful for. And for us to be able to grow as women, as individuals, they've experienced my heartbreak, I've seen theirs, they've seen all these stages of my life because I'm so open about it. And to know that back, to have that reciprocation it's the best.
That your fan base has a intimate connection with you and your music. That is
absolutely
so cool.
It's why I do what I do. So I'm so grateful. So shout out all the heartbreakers. I love you all.
What would you say is the most important part of like your production specifically? Like what's the energy that you want? What do you want your fan base to see?
Yeah, I think authenticity is the first word that comes to mind. I've always been, I write the best when I'm in certain headspaces, whether I'm heartbroken, whether I'm mad, whether I'm happy. And so for me, being vulnerable as an artist is like where I thrive. Because I think about all like the emo records that like got me through my high school days, or like pop records even that that just tie you back to that moment. And so for me, the fact that I can give that moment to someone else is the greatest gift in the world. Yeah. So that's really what I focus on in my production is, am I giving my fans a moment, and am I giving them something that isn't just like a flash in the pan, like a club record hit that they're going to forget about next week. So, yeah.
I love that.
Thank
for
you.
And who's your outfit by? You style yourself, or
I
you have a
do.
stylist?
No, I style myself.
Okay.
I've been on this kick, you guys, where I'm not letting myself buy anything because I have too many clothes. My boyfriend just moved in with me, and he was like, girl, I literally had this huge walk-in closet, and I gave him like this much space.
A section.
And I was like, you know what? I forgot. This is a partnership. So, okay, so these pants. It's partnership. Ugh, it's so hard though. I'm a princess.
Do I want to share my closet.
No, we don't want to share the closet. I'm like, I was like, we should get those bags that you can like vacuum. And he was like, no. And I was like, we can put them under the bed. He was like, no, you could just give your stuff away. So I have this new rule that if I haven't worn something in 3 months, I have to get rid of it. So now I'm like wearing everything. It's a loophole. But
Girly
yeah,
hacks.
let's talk about it. Okay, shoes are this brand New Rock. They're out of the UK. And I love them because they don't really ship to the US. And so my boyfriend lived in the UK. So when I was there, I would go and get them. And not to be gatekeeping, but it was like different that people didn't have. So I love these shoes. I've had them for like 10 years.
Nice.
The pants are I Heart Raves. This top is from the Hustler store. It was $3. My rave girls, go to the Hustler store, go to the stripper stores, go to the dancer stores.
They got all this.
Because all these rave brands are doing are just repackaging. And so I literally got this at the Hustler store for like $5. And then it's Skims bra. And I think I've had this belt since I was like 14. So, it's me. But yeah, stripper store magic. That's my best takeaway from this.
Yes, the stripper stores.
The
I've seen
girls
a
know
lot of
what's
people
up.
resell.
Yeah.
And your glitter, that is so cute.
I have a collab. One of my bucket list things of my life was to have a makeup line. And last year, Lunatics, which is, in my opinion, like the premier rave makeup brand, reached out to me, and because they'd see me in interviews talk about like having a makeup line, and they were like, we should do something. And so we did this gel glitter. It's biodegradable for all my Burning Man girlies, so we don't kill the fishes.
In the desert?
Yeah, well, you wash glitter down the sink, and like it's microplastics. You don't want to do that. So yeah, it's a gel glitter, and I road tested it for like 6 months. And so yeah, a lot of my makeup lashes, all of it's my collab with Lunatics, because basically I wanted a makeup line so I wouldn't have to buy makeup anymore.
You know what? She's a girl with a plan.
Think smarter, not harder, you guys.
What has been your favorite perk, like, as an artist now? What has been, like, out of your normal life to where you're at now?
You know what it is I think being able to cross the threshold with artists that you look up to, when they, and not I don't say this from an ego point of view of like they know who I am, but it's really, really cool when your heroes become your friends or your heroes become your collaborators.
I agree.
And I think that's the biggest blessing of all of this, is that I can like go to a festival, by myself if my team's not there, and like walk into a room and have friends, or meeting people like you, or meeting fans that like, it's just gathering and building that community. I think it's just the coolest thing ever.
I think so. Out of all the industries of music that I've gotten to see, like, I think EDM has the most loving and caring. Even the strangers. The fan base to the artists.
The fan base to artist pipeline, we love it. We love it.
Has any of your fans given you a gift that really like was intimate and special to you?
I get the coolest things. Oh my God, so many things. It was really cute. I had a show a couple weeks ago, and I sat on my glasses on the airplane. So one of my fans replaced the glasses, and they were Ray-Bans, and I was like, you did not need to do that.
So cute.
Oh my God. But I get, what's really cool is when they give me trinkets or tokens or piece of merch that have the lyrics on them. I've always considered myself a lyricist and a poet first, and so when they take those lines that mean something to me and it means something to them, and they put it on merch or accessories, I lose my mind. I lose it. It's the coolest, and that's what's really special. And I have a box, and I keep everything that anyone's ever given me. I'm a hoarder.
It's the cutest form of praise. That's so awesome for you.
Well, because like if you can speak a word and someone deems it cool enough to like wear it on their body, or like when fans get tattoos of like my logo or my lyrics, it's the best ever. It's the best ever.
Yeah. So you said this was the last festival of the year for you?
Yes, I have a ton of club shows. We're bringing the Heartbreakers Ball to Nashville next week for Halloween, my favorite holiday.
Ooh.
Every year we do different branded concept shows. We did the Heartbreak House, we did Heartbreakers Club. Now we're doing Heartbreakers Ball. I didn't get to go to prom as a kid, so I'm throwing myself my own little masquerade ball.
That's so cool.
So we're doing that in Nashville, and then I'm playing with Cascade in San Diego, and then we're just doing club shows, and then it's the holidays. I'm taking some time off. I need to write more music for y'all.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
Do you have any advice for any other female producers out there that are chasing this passion?
Absolutely. I think it is very, very difficult, because I think a lot of people want to make excuses for why we do what we do, whether it's you're cute, you have followers, you're fashionable, and it's just tune out the noise. The people who are going to respect you and support your music are going to respect you, male or female, it doesn't matter. And I think also too, when people do support, embrace that, because my brother's Dak Daniels, big dubstep artist. He's a male, and for a long time I was very like, I don't want to like hype him up for shouting me out because he's a guy, and it's like, no, like the fact that him and his friends have like done nothing but support me is really, really cool. So I think take the support. Don't have a chip on your shoulder. And don't give anyone a reason to doubt you. Exactly. Because that's it. And if they do, it's their loss. There's room at the table for everyone to eat. And I live by those words. And even when it comes on like girl on girl competition, which is such a thing these days, it's like
for no reason.
For no reason. There's room at the table for everyone. Let's build everyone up. And I think it starts from the top down. And so I hope that people take that mentality on.
Yeah, so you feel that artists need to, like, you know, remember that we're all people at the end of the day. I agree.
I'm just an emo kid who made it, okay? Like, let's go.
Emo kids that make it. Yeah. Well, thank you for the interview. It was so good getting to meet you. I saw your set at Beyond, and I was like, oh my God, I would love to talk to her one day. And
well, now we're friends, so I love it.
And we're here.
I love it. And shout out Scummy Bears. Yep. We love Scummy Bears.
Shout out Scummy Bears.
Shout out the Hustler Store and Scummy Bears.
Well, I hope you have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for yapping with us.
Of course. Bye, guys.
Bye.